Okay, raise your hands if you know what abortion is. Okay, just to clarify even more if you don't, abortion is an option for women who want to get rid of any unwanted pregnancy. And today I will be going over 3 things. I will be going over a brief history of abortion, the 4 most controversial topics surrounding abortion, and what's going on today. So, in the 18th century, abortion was actually very common. Drugs to induce abortions was a thriving business. Abortion was advertised in newspapers, and women could easily visit a practitioner to have an abortion. But in 1880, abortion became illegal, and they were only legal if the woman's life was at risk. But then again, in 1973, the Supreme Court passed the Roe v. Wade, which ultimately legalized abortion again. So now that abortion is legal, we have these controversial topics. So we have the fetus's right to live, does the fetus feel pain, women's mental health post-abortion, and children abnormalities. Let's go on to the first one, which is, does the fetus have the right to live? So pro-life would argue that yes, they do have the right to live, and babies have the right to live because life starts at conception. Whereas pro-choice would say no, they do not, because the age of a person starts at the date of birth. And according to the Roe v. Wade, the word person does not include unborn babies. Second, does the fetus feel pain during the process? Pro-life says yes, the fetus can feel pain. Former abortion doctor, Dr. Nathanson, he claimed that when he performed these abortions, he would see like the child mouth open, and he perceived that as like their silent scream. And pro-choice would say, no, the fetus cannot feel pain. According to the Britain's Royal College of Obstetricians, they say that the cortex is necessary to process pain, and that the cortex is not functional until the 26th week of pregnancy, and that's when most abortions have already been done. Third, what happens to a woman's health post-abortion? Pro-life says that women will suffer psychological damage. According to BMC Medicine, they claim that women have a significantly higher anxiety level compared to women who did have it or didn't have it, and it's even up to 5 years post-abortion. Pro-choice would argue that women will suffer less mental health, comparing women who have gotten abortions compared to women who haven't. They said that women who have got abortions felt as if it was the right decisions, and this was 1 week post-abortion. And lastly, what if the child has abnormalities? Pro-life would say, no, you cannot have an abortion. That is discrimination to have an abortion against genetic abnormalities. You aren't any less human if you have these physical limitations. Pro-choice would say abortion gives the woman an option not to have the child that will be born with abnormalities. It's not fair for the woman to carry a child that would ultimately be fatal. So those are the 4 controversial topics. And so what's going on today? So abortion has been legal ever since Roe v. Wade, and different states have different policies about abortions, and those policies can be mandatory ultrasounds, mandatory counseling, or even like a waiting period. And according to CNN, abortion rates are at its lowest it's ever been, with dropping from 1 million abortions in 1980 to 600,000 in 2015. So overall, many factors continue to divide the U.S. when it comes to abortion. Factors like the fetus's right to live, if the fetus feels pain, the woman's post-mental health, and child abnormalities. There's no right or wrong answer, but I hope that this presentation gave you more information so that you can build more on your own opinion. Thank you.